Going to wait a few minutes and give everybody a chance to join. I always start a couple of minutes late, hoping it will reduce the amount of time that we have to wait. But I got 7:47, so that 2 minutes hopefully will enable everybody to join us. Won't do anything about my hair though. Excellent. Well, the feedback from yesterday was very overwhelming and positive, so fantastic. Thank you guys so much for the feedback. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to continue doing these Facebook Live trainings for you. And my goal is to make sure that each and every one of you is prepared to go out there and have maximum success. As I said, we stirred the pot up the past couple of weeks, and I've told everybody this is flat out, this is a revolution, and I've reached out to a number of people from my past. And it's been quite the experience. Some of them are in other companies, some of them are out of the industry. But the bottom line is there's a lot of curiosity, and everybody wants to know what this revolution is all about. For those of you joining us that have not been watching the past couple of videos, this one really is, again, designed for business. It's going to be very specific to the recruiting process. But it's generic. It'll work for any company. This is my gift to the industry, public service announcement, to teach people how to go out there and be effective, because I just don't want to see people struggle and fail and quit in their pursuit of a home-based business. Obviously, those of you that are with me in MoneyWise, you'll benefit tremendously, but it'll work for any company out there. Tonight is part 2, and this is what we call the art of exposure. Last night, we went ahead and we talked about how to effectively approach someone, the effective conversation to have. Just to recap that, when you approach them, you got to very quickly let them know that you need a favor, but you're not looking for any money. You have to let them know from a very sincere and vulnerable place why you've started the business and why you need this business to be successful. And you have to communicate very effectively to them the 3 reasons that you need their opinion. You've got to stress and be crystal clear with them that you're not trying to get them to buy anything, so you're not selling them anything. You're not trying to close them, so you're not trying to get them to join anything. The only thing that you're doing and your only goal is to get them to review some information and provide you with a very valid and educated opinion. That is the only goal when you approach someone. If you can maintain that, you will win 100% of the time. Because as I said, and I'm going to be clear about this, nobody wants to buy what you're selling and nobody wants to join what you're doing. But they're dying to give you their opinion. They'll give you their opinion whether you ask for it or not. So if you play by the rules, okay, if you stay within the parameters that they are comfortable with, you win every time. The challenge is when people decide, hey, I'm good enough, I can do it my own way, then it's a crapshoot. So to recap, stay within the parameters, always have a sense of urgency, and always be enthusiastic. Again, that's part of my problem with people in the industry is they join a program, but they're not even excited to go share it with their friends and family. And part of it is because you're not taught to, because your upline leadership doesn't even know how to do it themselves. So we're going to do things differently. We're going to teach you that if you join something, be excited about it, be enthusiastic, and have a sense of urgency, and get out there and share it with the people you care about. Well, I'm going to wait just another second, and then we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to pick up tonight right where we left off with my phone call, the role play that I was doing with Mr. Herschel Gibbs. What we're going to do tonight in this section is we're going to talk about how to effectively go out there and expose your prospect to your opportunity. And what we're going to do, again, I'm not going to script this out, but what we're going to do is I'm going to have Herschel agree after reviewing the information that he likes it and wants to join, and we'll have that dialogue. And I'm also going to show you what you do when somebody says, thanks but no thanks, I'm not interested, whatever. Again, the reason why I lead with the opportunity is if they say thanks but no thanks to the opportunity, I'm going to flip it right over to become my customer. And again, I can't speak to every opportunity because every opportunity is different. But specifically, and again, people say it's not fair. I didn't design my company to be fair. I designed my company to dominate the industry. I wanted my reps to have a very unfair advantage over everyone else. So if you feel it's not fair, look at your opportunity and ask yourself, am I in the right place? In money-wise, you lead with the opportunity if you're talking to somebody about the business. And if they say thanks but no thanks, you have your safety net, and that safety net is become my customer. In the beginning, when you first get started, go after customers. Go out there and do it the exact opposite in the beginning. Go out and get 5, 6, 7 customers. Because with your own personal testimonial, with your financial profile, it's easy to get customers and build your confidence up. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to call Mr. Herschel Gibbs right now, and we're going to jump right back into it. Hello, Mr. Herschel Gibbs. How are you?
I'm outstanding. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Are you in a good spot to continue role-playing with us?
I am in a great spot.
Excellent. Let me go ahead and confirm. Can I please get a thumbs up that you guys can hear Herschel clearly? Herschel, just say hello to the folks, please.
Hello, everybody.
If I can get a thumbs up or just a yes that confirms you guys can hear him. Excellent. Okay. Well, it sounds like you're coming through loud and clear. Herschel, what I would like to do is we're going to pick up where we left off. So I'll start with where we ended and have you review the information for me. And what I'd like to do is have the dialogue as we conclude the video exposure. And then your first time, I want you to say, yes, sounds good, and I'll explain to everybody the conversation that you have when someone says yes. And then the second time, we're going to role play it. I'm going to have you say, thanks but no thanks, not for me, not interested, whatever. And I'm going to flip it over on you and get you to become my customer. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. So everybody, if you have not watched yesterday's video, I did the effective approach. Herschel agreed to do me the favor and to take a look at the information. So we're going to pick up right from there. Okay, Herschel, you're by your computer, you said, correct?
Yes, I am.
In fact, before we do this, I'm going to go ahead and say something. Folks, this is mission critical. Do not send information out to anybody. Do not dialogue about the name of your company. Don't do any of that, because if you do, you lose the leverage. Before we even go into the conversation, since I have you, Herschel, do me a favor. Say to me, you're not by your computer right now, but go ahead and send me the information anyway. Can you do that for me?
Sure, I can.
Herschel, you by your computer right now, buddy?
Yeah, I'm by my computer, yeah.
No, I need you to say no, that you're not, and ask me to send the information anyway, please.
Okay, my bad. Hey, I'm not near my computer, man. Can you send me information?
You know what, bud? I would love to, but I'm going to want to watch this video with you, and I'd rather just you tell me when the time is right that you can be by your computer and I can send this off to you and we can watch it together.
Well, John, I won't be off work until about 5 this evening, man. So I think about 5:30 will be good.
Perfect. Okay, so that's one scenario. Now I want you to start peppering me a little bit. Herschel, you guys can see this isn't scripted. I want you to see this is exactly how it plays out when you're talking to people. Do me a favor, Herschel. Start to give me a little bit of harassment about what's the name of the company and why can't I just tell you the name and why won't I just, why am I being so secretive? Feel free to be as creative as you want, but try to get me to just tell you the name of the company.
Okay, well, John, I saw the information. What's this all about, man? Tell me, what kind of company are you talking about? What's this product all about?
Herschel, it's a great question, and I want to give you all the information. Remember I told you that I needed you to give me your opinion?
Yes.
I need the opinion to be based upon very accurate information, otherwise your opinion won't be valid and it won't be worth anything to me. So as much as I can appreciate you asking for the information, what I'd rather do is simply sit and we can watch together. And in that 30-35 minutes, you're going to get all the information you need. And then afterwards, I will give you everything. You can do all the research you want. In fact, you can do your research to your heart's content. But I need to make sure that you get all the accurate information first. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, John, but I really don't. I mean, why can't you just talk to me about what's going on? Why do I have to go through all the thing, watching movies and stuff? Why don't you just tell me what's going on? What's happening?
Well, you know what? It's a great question. I can tell you about it, but on purpose I'm choosing not to. Is that okay?
Well, I mean, John, I told you, man, I'd give you some time, man, but I don't understand, man. I mean, this is not one of those things that you kind of get rich quick at. But I mean, are you trying to get me into something?
No, not at all. In fact, I'm a firm believer against get rich quick. And I'm going to say this and tell me if this makes sense to you, because I have tremendous respect for you and I have tremendous respect for your time. We've got two options. We could take an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours and bounce around the information. And quite honestly, we may never ever get to the right information, or out of respect for your time, I can get this information delivered to you in a really clean manner in 30-35 minutes. Which sounds better to you? Wasting a couple of hours and me guessing at answers? Because I'm new to this. I don't have all the information.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Let's go ahead and do it. I'll sit with you for an hour. That's a half hour. That's fine. Not a problem.
Fantastic. Now here's the last one. I want you just to basically say to me, John, I know you know what you're doing. I know you're a professional. I know you're anything along those lines. Why won't you just answer all the questions?
Well, look, John, you know, we go way back. You're professional. You know, I respect what you do. You know, but I still don't understand why you won't just walk me through this, you know, one by one, ABC, and just show me what's going on. I know you know what you're doing, but I'd like you just walk me through it.
You know what? I'm going to be really brutally honest with you. I probably could answer all the questions. I probably could deliver the information. But here's what I really want to ask you. Herschel, we've been doing this a long time. We've been in this game for a while, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I need to stay on point with a specific system, because if I cheat the system and I start doing things my own way, what am I teaching you?
Well, I mean, you really just kind of showing me how to get off base myself. I can't do it. Bad duplication, so.
And here's the problem with that. You've got a lot of talent as well, so you probably could get away with it. But how big do you want your group to be? Just you, or would you like to have hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of people in your group if it were going to be a business?
No, I mean, hundreds of thousands. I mean, really.
So the bottom line is, does it make sense to you that we have to have a systems-based process, and it has to work for everybody, not just people with a lot of talent like you or me?
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
So I'm not busting your chops. I could probably give you the information. If I give you the information, I already know the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go Google it. And if you Google it, Lord knows what you're going to find out, because I don't care what you look up. You're always going to find information that's false. And the bottom line is, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to give me an opinion that's worthless. I respect you too much. So big favor, if you just give me the 35 minutes, I promise afterwards you can spend as much time as you want reviewing and researching. Fair enough?
Okay, 30 minutes, right?
35.
35 minutes. Okay, I'll give you 35. Okay, I'll do it.
Thanks, partner. Folks, that's so important. I neglected to think of that before we started talking, but the bottom line is you have to hold your ground, and it's not about being sneaky. It's not about hiding information. Like I said, it's not that I can't tell you. I'm choosing not to, because I need to make sure that you get accurate information, because if your information's not accurate, your opinion's not going to be valid and it's not going to help me. And when you let people know, I know the first thing that you're going to do once I give you the name of the company is you're going to go Google it, they're going to say, exactly, that's exactly what I was going to go do. So I don't want to waste Herschel's time having him do a Google search and then try to figure out what's real and what's not real. I don't want him to go to my website and try to figure stuff out. I'd rather deliver the information in a concise manner, and then once he's got the information, now he can go spend as much time as he wants. Does that make sense to you, Herschel?
It makes sense, definitely.
Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to fast forward back to Herschel is by his computer. Herschel, you by your computer right now?
Yes, I'm by my computer. I'm right here. I'm by.
Fantastic. I'm going to send you a link to a video right now. The video, like I said, it's about 38 minutes. We're going to skip through the first 3 or 4 minutes because it's just a time waster while he's letting the audience get online. But before I do, I want to tell you a little bit about the person you're going to hear from, okay?
Okay.
His name is Mr. John Costino. He's been in the industry of network marketing for 3 decades. And here's what I want you to understand more than anything else. He himself, he's had a lot of success. He's built a few different companies, in excess of 100,000 representatives. He's made a lot of money. But here's the problem. Here's what he stands for. He already figured out what you said, that the majority of people that get started in this industry struggle, fail, and quit because they don't make any money. How many times have you seen people start and quit because they didn't make money?
John, it's been a lot of times. I mean, more than needs to be.
So my point in saying to this to you is I'm going to introduce you to somebody who's been to the other side of the fence, who's been to the mountaintop many times, and he is more frustrated than you and I combined. And he set up a company with one specific goal. His mission is to have the highest percentage of people who enroll as representatives actually turn a profit. He walked away from a 6-figure residual income 20-some years ago because he found out that 95 out of 100 people never broke even, never made back their $500. So this is a guy that I'm willing to follow, and it's a guy I really want you to find out if it makes sense to you, because here's the bottom line. We've been around the block too many times. We've seen too many opportunities. And instead of following a product or following a comp plan, I finally learned you have to follow the right person. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense, John.
So in 35 minutes, you'll not only hear the nuts and bolts about this opportunity, but you'll hear the mission and the philosophy behind the man that put it together. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
That's called edification, guys. It's called creating value and respect for the person that your prospect is going to listen and hear from. Now, in my company, MoneyWise, I would prefer that initial exposure to be my video, not a live conversation. The reason I would like it to be the video is, number one, it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So whatever time Herschel said to me he was available, that video is available. Number two, I'm positive that if somebody watches that one video, they'll understand enough about our opportunity, and secondly, they'll understand the philosophy of the founder of the company. It's going to give you the best chance for somebody to at least say, you know what, this is different than what I thought. This is something that maybe I'm willing to get back in the game or willing to give it another try. Or if they're in another company, I will hit one of their hot buttons in the video because they're probably losing money if they're in the industry. Or if they're a leader, they probably have moved once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. So basically, I'm slapping them in the head saying, why are you still doing the same broken stuff that never worked? That's why I would prefer this initial exposure to be the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the link. I'm going to say, okay, Hirsch, check your email. I just sent the link to you.
Okay, John, I have the link here.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to stay on the phone. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch it with you. That's how committed I am to this. You are my focus. I want you to watch it, and then we're going to have a quick dialogue afterwards because I want to get your feedback and your opinion while it's fresh in your mind. Make sense?
It makes sense.
All right, so we're going to fast forward 35 minutes. I'm not going to bore you with this. All of a sudden, the video ends. Herschel, just let me say, okay, that's the end.
Man, this is something amazing, John. Is this what you're connected with?
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. Yeah, this is the company that I stumbled into. It's the company that I really believe could be, what I have always, I think it's what you've always hoped the industry was. I know Costino's track record. I know he's had a lot of success. I know he's been screwed over as badly as you, me, and everybody else. And the fact that he put his own money up and started his own company speaks volumes, because this guy could have walked away and just said, to heck with it. So I wanted to get your feedback right now to say, you know what, John, I'm not interested. I think there's a flaw, and you could tell me what the flaw is. Or if what I think happened is you see what I saw, I want to know if you'd like to do me the favor and join forces so that we can go out there and lead this revolution this John Costino was talking about. What are your thoughts, buddy? Give me some feedback on what you liked and if there's anything that you didn't like.
John, there's nothing that I didn't like. I mean, I think that this video hits on everything that's been wrong with the industry. I've been in the industry now for over 2 decades, and I've never seen anything like this. I mean, if I had seen this kind of model 20, 25 years ago, man, there's no telling where I'd be right now. I mean, the 4 points, the challenges, I've been dealing with these challenges my entire career. This gentleman here, the owner, has produced this kind of a company after his kind of success. John, man, I'm down with you, man. This makes way too much sense to me. I can do this. We can do this one.
Excellent. Well, then you know what? I'm super, super thrilled to hear that. What we'll do is I will get you my link so that you can enroll. And what we'll do is we're going to follow a very, very simple 4-step blueprint that Mr. Costino has put together that's designed to make sure that you and I have the best chance to succeed. It's not get rich quick, but it's designed to make sure that we're building a successful and profitable business, not just for ourselves, but for our team month after month. How does that sound?
John, that sounds great. It sounds great.
Excellent. And the only thing that we need to make sure that we do in the next 24, maximum 48 hours is fill out your financial profile. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with you exactly how mine worked out, and the fact that in my current situation, I'm going to save in the neighborhood of $47,000 in the next 10 years. So I don't know about you and Lynn, but I absolutely am thrilled to death, not only that it's going to happen, but that I can, for the first time, share with people, if you use the product, if you use it yourself, it's guaranteed to put you in a better financial position. How does that sound, buddy?
John, that sounds awesome. God knows we need an opportunity, and we need this kind of guidance, man. It sounds great.
Excellent. All right, buddy, I'm going to get the link off to you. We'll get you enrolled, and then what we're going to do is we are going to set up a time in the next 24, maximum 48 hours to sit down again. We can do it over Skype, and I will walk you through the tutorial, and we'll get your financial profile all filled out. Sound good?
Yeah, it sounds great, John. I'll be on standby.
Perfect. Okay, so that's how we follow up with somebody who watches the video and is excited. And quite frankly, that's what I expect from the majority of people. But now we're going to take a second stab at this, and I'm going to let Herschel be cautious. I don't think it's possible for somebody to be negative, but it's okay for people to be cautious, not sure, kind of want to feel it out. So Herschel, we're going to pick up right from, again, the end of the video, but instead of having the excitement about wanting to join, what I'm going to ask you to do is give me something that's middle of the road. I don't think it's possible to be negative, but feel free to give me anything other than right now a definite yes, you're ready to roll.
Well, John, I mean, I've checked the information out. I'm just kind of guarded about this, man. I mean, every company out here has laid something out. Every company's the one, and I just don't know. I just have some reservations about this. Ownership of the company is great, but, man, I don't know. The software, I'm not sure how long it's going to stand and how long it's going to go, and I don't know, man. I have reservations about this. I have to think about this.
You know what, buddy? I can respect that, and that's why I said to you that there were 3 very real responses, so I'm okay with it. But here's what I'm going to ask you to do, because you're an intelligent, educated man, correct?
Yes, I am.
I hope that you absolutely love the words that are about to come out of my mouth. You ready?
I'm ready.
100% full 30-day money-back guarantee. I want you to understand I'm not on any level going to force you to join this business. But because I know you, because we've been friends for a long time, I need you to do me the favor. Forget all about the business. It's out the window. But I need you to do me the favor. Enroll as my customer risk-free. Become my customer. Let's fill out the profile. Let's see if it'll work for you. Because here's my promise to you. If we fill out the profile and you're the first person in the history of the software that it's not going to save you money, I will personally make sure that your money is refunded, no questions asked. Is that a pretty powerful statement?
Yeah, I can appreciate that, yeah.
And here's the cool thing. As my customer, not only are you doing me a huge favor, not only are you doing Lynn a huge favor because it's going to save you guys money, you'll be able to feel it out without any risk and without any pressure. And if you decide for yourself that it makes sense, then guess what? You'll be the one to call me and decide whether or not you want to actually step up and become a representative and build a business. But if nothing else, you'll become a positive testimonial for me, and you'll be saving your family a tremendous amount of money. How does that sound?
Okay, I think I can go with that. I think so.
Well, I appreciate it, but listen, I wouldn't be calling in this marker and wasting my favor from you if I didn't know this was going to help both of us.
Well, I tell you what, John, I mean, we go way back. We're good friends, and, I want to support you and everything. I just don't want to be compromised. I don't want my data sitting out here. I don't want to, I just want to make sure everything is going to be on the up and up, man. That's all.
Believe me, I wouldn't have called you if it wasn't. There's no possible way that you can have any type of a breach of your data because it's not connected to anything. They don't ask for your credit card number. They don't ask for your bank account number. They don't ask for your. They don't even ask for your bank name. Nothing. It's all just numbers. You're putting in the totals that you owe as far as debts. You're putting in the interest payments or the interest rates that you're paying, and you're putting in your income as a monthly household income. But there's no way, they don't ask for anything, so there's no way you have any chance of identity theft. Does that satisfy a little bit of your concerns?
Yeah, I think the only other question I have, John, is that what if I decide a little bit later on, man, I don't want to, deal with the software, man? Am I going to get penalized? I mean, I don't need any more issues, man.
Nope, and I apologize if I didn't make that clear earlier. Not only is there a 100% money-back guarantee, a 30-day money-back guarantee, you can cancel at any time because there's no long-term binding contracts. It's month to month, and you can cancel without any penalty. That's how sure this John Costino is. He's got a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it's a month-to-month optional to renew every month because here's what he knows. If you were going to save $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 over the next 10 years, he knows you're smart enough to pay $30 a month to get that savings. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, man. Yeah.
So this is the first time in my career, and I guarantee it's the first time in your career, that we can say to people with confidence, hey, I'm not begging you. I'm telling you I'm doing you a favor. I'm going to leave you in a better financial position, and I'm willing to guarantee it with a money-back guarantee. Have you ever heard that before?
No, I have to admit, John, I haven't, man. So I tell you, if it's this sound, if it's this solid, I can support it. I'll go ahead and help you out with this.
Excellent. I'm going to send you the link. We'll go ahead and get you signed up as a customer, and then in the next 24 to 48 hours, what I need to do is sit down with you at Skype because I'm going to make sure you fill out your financial profile because here's the challenge. If you don't fill out your profile, you're never going to know if the software will work. And that would be like you agreeing to try my weight loss shake, and when they ship it to you, you leave it in the box, and 3 months later you got 3 boxes sitting there that never got opened. You don't know what it tastes like. You don't know what it works. You couldn't possibly give me an opinion. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Excellent. So in the next 24 to 48 hours, we'll sit down. I'll help walk you through the tutorial and help you get your financial profile taken care of, and then you'll see it for yourself in black and white how much money it's going to save you, and you'll make the decision for yourself whether or not this is something you want to participate in. Fair enough?
That's fair enough, John.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Herschel.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. Okay, Herschel, this is going to conclude our role-playing tonight, so I'm going to drop you on the phone and keep talking to you through Facebook Live. Fair enough?
Sounds great.
All right, folks, you can all send a thumbs up and a giant heart for thank you to Herschel for participating. That is part 2. Part 1 was the effective approach. Part 2 was the exposure process. As I said, I want to make sure you all understand your job is to get people to watch the video and then to have the dialogue with them immediately after they watch the video. Here's why. And this is one of the challenges. And this is why we're doing these videos. And they're not short videos. They're powerful, impactful videos that you need to watch over and over again, and you need to make sure your team watches them. Hear me carefully. This is the worst thing that I could hear from a rep. I can't get back in touch with my person. If you can't get back in touch with your person, you messed up. Here's why. If you told them the name of the company and you can't get back in touch with them, it's because they did their research and now they went into the witness protection program. They're hiding from you. If you sent the video and didn't watch it with somebody, understand, they didn't watch the video and they're never going to get back in touch with you. So my question to you is, if you want to have success, here's what you have to understand. You have to commit. You have to invest an hour and commit that when you're recruiting somebody, you're going to watch the video with them, that you're going to respect your business enough. You must respect your business enough to say, I will send you the link when you're comfortably at your computer and we can watch it together. I don't want to hear you say, oh, but it was my brother. Oh, but it was my best friend. I don't care who it is. Watch it with them. Let them know, I need to get your feedback while it's fresh in your mind. If you don't do that, and you then start using the excuse, I can't get back in touch with them, you're never going to get back in touch with them. Please understand, if your friend wanted you to get back with them, or they wanted to get back in touch with you, they would. That's why we call it the Witness Protection Program. They just magically disappear. So hear me carefully. Learn the terminology. I need to get your feedback while it's fresh in your mind. I will watch the video with you. We'll take just a few minutes when it ends, and you'll tell me from at that point which way you want to go. If you're not willing to do this process, then go look in the mirror and make sure you tell yourself, I'm not committed to success, I'm committed to trying. I'm committing to hoping. I'm committing to praying. Sorry, been doing this a long time. And I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but I'm letting you know, if you want to be successful, follow the plan. The plan is effectively approaching them and communicating the information, and then the art of exposure. Expose them to the video. And if you're not sure which video, it's found in your back office in the tools section. It's the Facebook Live that I did, and it talks about the definition of insanity. It talks about my philosophy on the industry, and it talks about the 5 questions. It talks enough about our opportunity that anybody watching it will understand. It's the most affordable to get started, it's the most affordable to maintain, and it has the best chance for them to be successful. With that, this is John Costino saying thanks for watching. Now, tomorrow is Monday. I have a networking event tomorrow night, so I cannot do this until probably between 9:30 and 10. So I'm going to post on Facebook. I want you guys to respond with a yes or a no that you want me to do a Facebook Live tomorrow night. Let's call it between 9:30 and 10, because I will not be back in time to do it before then. Until then, make sure you watch these videos, make sure your team watches these videos, and get them out there as viral as possible, because these are your training videos to make sure that you become expert in effectively approaching and having people exposed to your opportunity. It's John Costino saying good night, God bless, make it a great day.